Hi guys! So, Series 4 is upon us, which means it's time for me to go through each doll and scrutinize her as if I'm Tyra Banks and this is my stage where my opinions matter and are important. That's why you're here, right? I made a similar video to this one when Series 3 came out, but this one is going to be just a little different. For one, I'm probably not going to point out every real-life fashion reference I recognize, mostly just because the references are a lot more subtle and less prevalent this time around. And also, I don't want a million comments pointing out that I pronounce things weird. I do my research. I pronounce things right to the best of my ability, but I'm from Texas. I can't change that. Also, this video is honestly a little premature. When I made the Series 3 one, I had all the context I needed. I had the character artwork and their bios and all the stock images, and all that stuff hasn't come out for Series 4 yet, and I'm not sure when it will. With my luck, it will be 2 hours after I upload this video, but I didn't want to wait too long, so we're here now. So, Series 4. Overall, my first impressions are very positive. Even from the little promo images we got, I was pretty hooked. I was convinced that these must be the work of a new designer on the team, and I still kind of think that, just because they're so different from what we've seen in the past, and like, in the best way. The designs are so interesting and character focused, and that's not to say that past RH designs haven't been interesting, but a consistent criticism I've had of Rainbow High is just that the designs often lack personality and individuality across the characters. And I do wish I had their bios so I could compare their outfits to their personalities, but I feel like I can already look at each girl and know exactly who she is, and I love that. My biggest criticism is probably that there's still a noticeable lack of hair variety, which is another consistent criticism. There are some interesting hairstyles here and there, but we're still missing diversity in hair texture, which is something RH desperately needs. And considering this is the first series we have where every character is a girl of color, it would have been the perfect opportunity to do that. But let's just go through each girl, and in the end, just like last time, I'll rank them least favorite to favorite. So let's get into it. First is Mila. Miss Barrymore. And first impressions, I love her color scheme. I think the deep wine red is such a luxurious color, and she's definitely interesting, but I'm otherwise just a little bit mixed with her. Maybe it's just because I've been playing a ton of Kingdom Hearts lately, but she just looks so video gamey to me. Does that make sense? But I feel like with her outfit and the eccentric hairstyle, she would look right at home in like Final Fantasy. I mean, she definitely has the zipper quota covered. And it's not immediately visible from the stock images, but the outfit is actually 2 pieces, which does make me like it a little bit more. I also really like her face shape, and oh, I just noticed that she actually has some purple in her hair. That's neat. I really like that too. But I am very tired of light purple, blue, and gray eyes. And I do have to talk about the hair. It's not my favorite. It's definitely interesting, but it's also like, I don't know, it's a little more quirky Pinterest hairstyle than it is to high fashion to me. Her second outfit, very Balmain inspired, which I think was not a bad choice as far as the real life fashion references go. And I think the bright red velvety material here suits her a little more than the pleather in the last one. The color scheme does make her look very medieval though. So she's gone from looking like a Final Fantasy protagonist to a vampire. She has the range, honestly. And I do like this outfit and how exceptionally well made it looks, but I'm just very whelmed. Not obsessed with it, but not hating on it at all. I think rather than the rings in her hair, I would have liked to see that plastic used in more accessories for this outfit. Just a simple belt or something would have pushed it a little further, but that's just me. Next is Mina Floor, and she is gorgeous. You hopefully don't need me to tell you that. Orange is actually one of my least favorite colors. It's very rare that I like this specific shade of like really bright orange, but they did a good job of making it suit her really well, especially with all the gold accents. I think this color was a great choice for her. I think she might have the prettiest face of the bunch too, and I love the brown eyes. Her makeup is very interesting. And hairpins are one of my favorite accessories, so I'm very happy to see that she has plenty to spare, though I do wish they were a slightly different shade from her hair since they blend in just a little. I know a lot of people are already saying that her first outfit is pretty boring, But if you've been around here a while, you know that I tend to be drawn to outfits that are quite understated and more sleek and elegant. And even though it is somewhat simple compared to the other girls, it still has a lot of really cool details, so I really like it. And the bracelets. We have to talk about the bracelets. I can't remember the last time I bought a Playline doll that came with so many bracelets. And apparently she's an accessory design major, and my biggest gripe with Daphne in Series 3, who's also in accessory design, was that she seriously lacked jewelry. And Mina has, what, 5, 6 bracelets, a cuff on her arm, 6 hair clips, and some cool earrings. Honestly, I'm glad her first outfit is relatively simple because her jewelry already does a really good job of dressing it up. Her second outfit is also very cool. Again, it's not the most complex ensemble on Earth, but the best part is all the small details. The top in particular looks really detailed and well made, and also just the overall silhouette. RH definitely has like 2 or 3 particular silhouettes they kind of stick to, so I'm happy to see it broken up, especially with cultural garments. Neither of her shoes I'm crazy about, but they're not the typical RH strappy sandals, so I'm okay. Overall, I just think Mina looks very vibrant and polished, and she's definitely a top contender for me. Next is Delilah Fields, and again, such a good color scheme. She just looks so adorable and delicate. And our first character with eyeglasses, and such cute glasses too, she looks great. And there's been a lot of speculation up to this point whether or not she's intended to have albinism, and I wish I could confirm, but I'm almost positive that she is, which is obviously very, very cool. Her first outfit, I'm honestly kind of obsessed with. I think she's a great example of how a doll doesn't need to be loaded up on like several different layers and 16 working zippers and a million other pieces to be considered visually interesting, or even just good quality. Like, she doesn't have a ton of pieces, but she's very clearly excellent quality. Lace details especially are not something easy to do on a doll scale, and there's honestly nothing I would add or change about this look. I think she looks perfect. The outfit strikes that perfect balance between like high fashion fantasy and also an outfit you could see someone realistically wearing. And honestly, it's kind of giving me the Southern girl realness I was craving from Georgia in Series 3. If her second outfit included a pair of Miss Me jeans with a rhinestone fleur-de-lis on the butt, then I might have recognized her from my own hometown. She also might have my favorite pair of shoes in the lineup, especially paired with those adorable lace socks. It's perfect. Now, the second outfit. I do still like it, but it's not my favorite, admittedly. The top is really cute, it fits with her soft cottagecore vibes really well. The pants, and the daisy accents weren't the best choice, maybe. They blend in way too well. It just looks like she has, I don't know, eggs. It looks like she has egg all over her pants. And the weird cutout at the ankles, I don't get it, I don't like it. And the shoes are just strappy heels, but with flowers now. Yeah, I definitely prefer the first look on her. Next we have Jewel Richie. And much like orange, green is not a color I love necessarily, and I probably sound like a broken record at this point, but I do think this color scheme was a good choice for her. This particular emerald green is a very luxurious color, and that's obviously the direction they went here. I mean, even her name is Jewel. And Jewel is gorgeous. Her base doll, I have no complaints about. I mentioned this before, but I love that we're seeing representation of things like albinism and vitiligo in the context of these characters being very glamorous and fashionable. And Jewel also has a ton of accessories, plenty of bracelets, some gorgeous opulent earrings, and a really cute necklace to match, and a stole. Oh my god, a stole? You know I love a stole. I've been waiting forever to have a stole. I'm so excited. All that I love. Now, her outfits. Well, I'm not gonna say ugly. I don't think they are, but definitely not my favorite. Her first dress, I don't like sequins, personally, especially on dolls, and I just think the cut is really strange. It's not very evident from the stock photos, but she does have these cutouts on her sides, which honestly doesn't help. Her shoes are kind of boring. Yeah, real ribbons and all, but eh. Her second outfit is a lot of stuff I feel like I've already seen. I would be fine with never seeing another pleather bustier top in Rainbow High. The skirt is another pleather mini skirt and just looks a little weird. I think that's supposed to be lace panels on the side, but I can't really tell. But I don't love how they look. And the jacket is definitely interesting. It's probably her most interesting piece, but I honestly can't see a lot of it here in the stock images, which I know is unfair. I'm judging her on a lot of stuff I can't see too well, but until I see these dolls in real life, we're on a level playing field here, and unfortunately, Jewel's outfits don't match up for me. I still think her outfits and her design have a lot of personality and potential, but the other girls are just bringing so much new stuff to the table, and again, the shoes are just kind of boring. Now we're on to Coco Vanderbilt, and I know I said Mila looked like the video game character, but Coco is here just absolutely serving Sonic the Hedgehog realness. Is that a good thing? Maybe. It's definitely high camp either way. And I guess the elephant in the room with her is that a lot of people really don't like her face mold, which I think is new. It's always hard to tell with RH's stock images, but I like it, and I'm never going to be mad about RH introducing more facial variety, honestly. And obviously, I love her makeup and her beautiful brown eyes. So her outfits, again, they seem to be very divisive, and for me personally, I don't love the sporty aesthetics. They're never characters I'm very drawn to. But Coco, more than anyone else, I think just looks so much like a supermodel. I don't know what it is, but I'm just really into it. And I think even though her aesthetic isn't one I normally like, I think they made a lot of really clever and interesting decisions with her. Like the sneaker corset, such a cool reference, and the shoes look so cool and fit so well. Her second outfit is a great contrast to her first one. It's definitely just a little too quarterback for my liking, and the jacket kind of swallows her up, but I'm not mad at it. I do wish they would have given her some boots or something for the second outfit, just for some variety, because her shoes do look very similar to her first ones, and not as good. And last, but certainly not least, we have Leela, Miss Yamamoto, and she is so cute. Again, she's pretty divisive though, and it's mainly that from the promo image, which showed off the stickers on her face and the nose bandage, people expected her style to be more overtly kawaii and over the top, which I get. I understand if that was disappointing. I'm still awaiting a doll that properly embodies J fashion, but I still think Leela here looks great. I do think perhaps her face up is a little at odds with her outfit, and also the fact she's wearing platform Crocs with this more traditionally inspired outfit, so there's definitely some disconnect there. But Leela's overall vibe, she reminds me so much of like a J-pop idol. She looks like she would fit right at home in Love Live or Idol Master. Like, if she was an SSR, I would be pulling for her, no questions asked. And for all three of you that understand what I'm saying, please comment so that we can become best friends. And again, something not evident from the stock photos is that she has shorter eyebrows, which just looks so cute. And there's definitely a lot going on with this first outfit, but I think it was put together in a really clever way. There's a ton of really tiny details, the straps and the really delicate pattern on her kimono top, the obi belt, the wisteria charm, the gloves, they all come together really well to form such a cute outfit. I'm here for it. Now, her second outfit, we gotta talk. So the big issue here is that Leela is very visibly Japanese, and the top in her second outfit looks like it was meant to resemble a traditional Chinese design, and even then, it's not quite accurate. So that's a huge misstep, especially given MGA's history of conflating Japan and China. You would think after the Mei Lin controversy with Bratz, it would be a lot more careful with this, but yeah, it's definitely unfortunate. And I do like the big obi knot a lot, and the Gaeta sandals, they're really cool. But we see the reintroduction of Karma's skirt, but in pink, and I can't imagine why they chose to do that. Karma's skirt was not a very popular piece at all. If they wanted it to resemble Hakama, maybe I could see it, but it's not near long enough. It just looks weird and so out of place here. Yeah, aside from the shoes and the belt, the second outfit is not doing it for me. So that's all 6 girls in Series 4. How do they stack up against each other? Well, before I do rank them, I just want to say, you might disagree with the rankings, in fact you probably will, and that's fine. And if you do disagree, honestly, go ahead and tell me why. And likewise, once we get more pictures and information and I'm actually able to see these dolls in real life, It's likely some of my opinions might shift here and there, but that's half the fun, right? So we'll see. So without further ado, coming in at last place, number 6 is Jewel. And I feel so bad putting her last. I think I would have felt bad putting anyone last. Honestly, like I said, I'm really impressed with this series. Even though she is last, it doesn't mean that I dislike her. Just, I don't like her as much as the rest, and it fully comes down to her outfits. I wish I could put her at number 1 just for having a stole, but everything else I just feel very eh. Next, at number 5 is Mila, Miss Barrymore. And although I do like Jewel's base style better than hers, I just appreciate the fact that Miss Barrymore is more experimental and pushing the envelope slightly further, even if her outfits also aren't my favorite. Coming in at number 4 is Coco Vanderbilt, who I think is executed really well, but when it comes to what aesthetics I personally love, she doesn't fill that role as much as the ones higher up here. At number 3 is Lila Yamamoto, who, if not for her disastrous second outfit, would probably be number 1. Honestly, she's so lovely, but yeah. At number 2, we have Mina Flor, gorgeous girl, making me reconsider my position on the color orange. And at number 1, my favorite of Series 4, to no one's surprise, is Delilah Fields, who, even though I didn't love her second outfit that much, I think I can still work with it, and her first outfit and her overall design is more than enough to make up for it. I love it so much. I'm so happy with her. And there we go, Series 4. So like I said, your rankings are probably different than mine, so be sure to comment down below what your ranking is, who's your favorite and least favorite, and why, and just your thoughts on Series 4 in general. But regardless, thank you so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe for any future Fashion Doll content.